For anyone that's ever wondered what it's actually like owning a business or owning a business in the motor trade, watch this as I get 75% of the way through building my brand new sealer units to find out that they are completely smashed to bits. So I decide to go home, cry myself to sleep and look for a storage yard and end up winning the lottery and then getting slapped in the face. As it's been non-stop for nearly 3 years, probably have some time off. Welcome to Challenge Cars Leeds. You'll have been watching me doing a time lapse putting up my brand new sealer units, my big 4.9 metre modular units I've been wanting for well over a year. Didn't get quite finished, mainly because sealer sent 2 massive pallets, put the double one on the bottom and bananaed it. So all the sides were bent, the top were bent, so that had to go back. That literally just arrived yesterday from 2 weeks ago. However, I went home that night and then I was looking for a storage yard because we have been desperate for room for a long time. So, things move fast in our worlds, and we're currently in the centre of Leeds at Sandcourt Business Park, and just behind the camera lady, Lauren, there is the Royal Armouries, not even a 10-minute walk away, probably a 3-minute drive. The river's there, the city centre's there, the train station's there, and all importantly, the McDonald's is there if you're hungry. Anyone what is currently starting out in the motor trade, it's hard. We've been running out of room for the last year and it's been a problem. What you'll find is getting any premises for motor trade is near impossible because everyone's after it, the councils don't want it. So we are very, 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 very lucky that we've managed to find somewhere in Leeds city centre. We've never had the ability to store loads and loads of R53s like we want to. On this video, I'm going to take you through the costs of a lot of it. Realistically, we should be running at probably 20 cars in stock at the minute. However, we can never get past 10 and it's simply a cost of storage. So like, even sealing the floor, I've just spent £630 just for the materials. Never mind the weekend I'm going to spend here doing it. And then we've got to move stuff in. So I'll take you through, obviously we've got the floor, the electrics at the back. This unit's come with a 3-phase board in, but we need to put all the trunking in, all the wiring in. We've got ramps, we've got double plugs, we've got horns going off. We need to put the lighting in. We need to, we need an office. It's going to be cold this winter without an office. Yeah, so it's going to be, like, anyone that thinks it's setting up and they can just set up and buy some cars and flip them, you're wrong. That's why you got so many people doing it off the driveway, because places like this are so expensive. Yeah, to put electrics in, I think we're probably going to be about 4.5, 5 grand on that by the time we're done. We've got 630 quid of materials. Come straight to the end, so ignore Sterling tyres, swing a left. It cost me £450 to rent the van, what I need. For the couple of days I need it to get stuff over. Swapping the ramp over from our unit, so to disassemble it, it's £200. We've then got to put it in a van. I've got to drive it. The guys that are assembling it are not driving it over. So I've got the van, there's another £200. And then it's £595 to reinstall it in the new unit. So I think at some point under here or here or here, we'll put a bit of a running total on, or maybe in the video. Next point is we've got signs going up. So you've got probably another 500 quid of signs. You'll see the Challenge Car sign. You all right?
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, are you?
Good, good.
Past the tyre place, Special Motors MOT, you will see Challenge Cars. We're going to put a gate here. What's that? Another 3-4 grand just for an electric gate. The signs, I said, at least £500 because we've got to get signs here, on the wall around the end, on the entrance to find us because we're right at the back. We've got to get our usual sign on the top, probably another one here. Unit 9. And this lovely yard what we've got, well, we never had the benefit of before. And outside, this space here, we don't know what to do with it. So, we've got a couple of things at the minute. This backyard's getting blocked off. The lads next door blocking it off. We've given them some ideas what to do with it because they are struggling for space inside, and I'm used to struggling for space inside. So here we may create our office, or it'll be our valet bay. £2,000 on a door, a customer facing door, because I can't have them walking in workshop. I see lots of garages letting people under ramps and should never ever do it. Never. Don't do it. Welcome to Challenge Cars Leeds. We are right in the centre now. This site will be open from the 1st of May. It's a little dark at the minute. We've got lots going on. Much bigger the unit and outdoor space than what we had last time. The floor's a bit wet at the minute because I've had my Ghostbusters backpack on spraying the floor with concrete sealant to prep it for the next coat, because it's quite dusty in here. We've got the electrics getting fitted on Monday. There'll be that, some cameras going up, the ramp going in, the tools coming over, the units coming over, all the cars are coming over. That'll be done on Monday. But at the minute, this weekend, it's currently Saturday, we've got to get the floor prepped and sealed. Sealer units at the back were £3,000. The ramp itself, another £3,000. The tools in it, God knows how much they are. And then, because this is quite a big unit, we're going to have 2 workstations at the back, and again, whatever's in that corner is going to get doubled in that corner. So it's starting to add up. So when you see garages set up properly, you think these guys spent a lot of money, and they have. They spent so much money. Down this back wall. Now, I like keeping everything inside, even though we've got a yard. So we're thinking about putting the double car stackers in. However, when we priced that up for probably the 3 or 4 double car stackers we could get in there, I think we're about 20 grand in, which is absolutely astronomical. So what I might do is put some 2-poster ramps in and some more workstations as we expand, and they will then pay for themselves. We've also got car storage. We can store customers' cars outside in the locked car park, which is super secure, and inside here can be just a workshop, which brings us on to the other side just behind the camera at the minute, which is a 5.5 metre by 5.5 metre space, what we were going to have as an office. Until we came up with the idea what we might have the office outside and get a door through so we could come in. Now, and then we've got another workstation, or we can have a mezzanine here, we can have a rack in here, because we do go through a lot of parts. But if we have this as a workstation, I'll probably have that in the bottom corner here. So we'll put racking in. The next thing, you might have realised it's really dark in here. So, lighting wise, lighting has always been a problem of mine. My last unit, it was dark. There were the strip lights on the roof, may as well have been like candles. So we put lighting all around the walls, and it still didn't quite do it. In here, we're going to have all around the walls. We're going to have 2 layers of it, and then eventually we're going to get them on the ceiling as well. And the walls will be white, because in the previous unit we painted it. What? We did paint it now. We painted it white, but the floor I painted it black, and that were a mistake. Because as good as black looks, it's a nightmare. It doesn't reflect any light off, and as soon as any bit like, say, brake fluid or the tyres have been sat on the floor for more than 2 days, it'd just peel it off. So I didn't, the floor, I couldn't do it right because we didn't have the money to do it right at the time. We should have ground it down. We should have realistically properly prepped the floor. And I thought I did. It literally took 2 weeks to do that floor. However, it still didn't work. The floor, well, it's uneven, it was full of cracks. I'm lucky I could have got a ramp on it, and the shutters. So in the last unit, we were toying with the idea of putting a shutter on. And I think we priced it up, electric shutter, £2,000. Now, when it's someone else's unit and you're spending so much money on that unit, when the landlord doesn't want to spend so much money on his unit, it's a bit of a problem because we had to gut that place. And if we've got any photos, we'll put them in this video and just clip them in right now of that unit. It used to be a martial arts studio, and I don't know if they had a dispute with the previous landlord, but it was an absolute mess. He'd ripped everything out, cut all the cables, left his cameras in, cut all the cables, cut the cable off for the hot water, so we had to put everything in. Another thing what we forgot, and you might have noticed on the video, Jamie, were you going to wash your hands? Have you got a customer toilet? No, and that's an issue. But it's an issue I'm going to willingly live with because of the location of it. We haven't got a customer toilet. Our nearest toilet, we have to go through someone else's unit to go through a secure door to use theirs. Luckily, we've got access to that. But drainage on this site is a problem. We've got drainage through the other side, but it's shallow. It's not good enough for a toilet. It's good enough to wash your hands in. So unfortunately, if you've got a weak bladder, there's a McDonald's there. But yeah, big things are happening. We are leaving Little Featherstone and coming to Leeds. So we get a lot of customers coming from all over the country. They get the train, they get lifts. I've had people flying from islands. Now you'll be able to get a train from wherever you are directly into Leeds and walk to us. I'm going to pause this here while we get to the next stage, and then we'll jump into what we're going to do. So you probably come back to us in about 2 days' time when the floor's being laid. I might put a little bit of footage on us doing the floor and the units coming over and the electrician in and the ramp getting in. Monday, it's all happening. We've also got new stock dropping here on Monday. We've got another E46 M3 coming in. This one's an SMG. I've always driven manuals. I've never actually owned an SMG, but we do know it needs a bit of prep. So we're going to do the pump on that one, service inspection too, and just see what else it needs. Truthfully, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that we've put a couple of videos on YouTube and we've had so much feedback and people subscribe to us. I can't believe, I know you're watching it for cars, but you've had to endure myself, which I can't believe that people have happily endured myself. And to the Norwegian guy that commented, I can't understand you, we're not all Northern and we're not all English. I'll try my best, but we are Northern and we are English, and I can't help what I actually am. Here's what a week's work looks like. We've got the guys from Concept Garage in to fit the ramp. We've got Jamie at G-Spark Electrics to hook it up and get things live. And we've also got an in-house electrician setting everything up with regards to the trunking, all the sockets, and us unloading it. We also get Neil, and he's just dropped off an M3 for us. So enjoy our week's work within a minute. Right, round 3 of summer is completely done, and we're 10 days into this now, and we have made progress. Doors are open from tomorrow. Today is Bank Holiday Monday. As you can see, we've got the sign up, and follow me. So this has now changed a lot. 10 days in, as I mentioned earlier with the electric, I think we're probably over £5 grand now. The floor is down, even though it doesn't look like it is. It's sealed it, it's not dusty. As you can see with the electrics, we've got the trunking running all down the back so I can get trickle charges on everything, or if I do put ramps in, we've got power to those ramps. Up on the walls, we've not painted it yet. I've not had time to paint it. It's an ongoing problem. I don't think I'll live with a pink. I'm not a pink person. Lauren might be. However, the top of the walls will go white, and I'll just have to do them section by section. And I don't know what to do with the breeze block. Lauren quite likes it, looks industrial, suits our ramp, suits the setup. And we've got a couple of signs what we've collected over the time. So we've got the mini dealer sign, the John Cooper Works sign, and I'm just gonna cake it all in neon. Get them all. Our old Challenge Cars sign, what was above our old shutter door, we've put it inside. The express signs are coming tomorrow to give us some signs, signs for the road, outside, directions, because you can't find this place, and also another sign for another business. Strip lighting, we've got strip lighted all the way through the back. The lighting at the top still comes on as and when it wants to, because it's on motion sensors, and then we've been up there, we've tried taking one off. There is no switch in there to turn that off, but apparently there is a remote. The ramp's in. I'm not dead. Sealer units are in, finally. So, this is how they're supposed to look. I've not quite connected them to everything at the minute. So the backboards are on. This has come broken twice, but for this one I'm just going to live with it because it took so much time to get a new one last time. The door's buckled on transit again. However, it does work. What we're going to do here is put a second ramp in, because we're going to obviously employ more staff as we grow, and we'll just carry this round. These are literally bolt on, so I can carry this all the way down. I can have it coming into the middle if I wanted to with a little bit. There's a reason why we've left the light off in the corner. It's so we could bring it down. I've left a little walkway down the back to hide all my my messy things. Again, we've got power all down the back. We've got a very dirty E46 on the ramp, which is going to be coming up for sale in the next week or two, after we do the prep, the SMG pump and a few other little bits. But yeah, this is it. This is the new Challenge Car site. Hopefully, this will do as well. I mean, you've got all the space in the world, especially with the outdoor yard. So I mentioned a couple of minutes ago as well that this side was going to be potentially a workshop area, but it's now going to have the racking in. We'll if we get any cars in, we'll part them, we'll stash the parts for ourselves, R53 stuff, and that'll be there. Outside in this corner here, now this is massive. So what we're thinking about doing is putting an outside office in. We'll put a canteen in, I don't think we can do a toilet still because we've got a problem with the drainage, but the guys next door are about sorting the drainage out because they desperately need it. So you never know, we might have an on-site toilet and you won't have to go to McDonald's. But yeah, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. It's a big thing, to be honest, doing all this. There's a lot to do, and there's probably, I could carry on working here, sorting it out for next year easily. Right, so costs. Obviously we've gone through electric. I think I went far off the ball on that one. We're about 5 grand in. The floor, 630-ish quid. And then we've got the cameras. We had to buy more cameras than we had last time. We probably had £800 of cameras before. We've bought 2 more. So these are another, what, 400 quid. And then we probably, we need lighting on the top. So we are, probably £1 grand in lighting and getting it fit, because the electrician wants to get scissor lift, and we've got a guy that does a little work for us and he's not afraid of heights, but I also don't want to be responsible for someone falling off a ladder. So flooring wise, we've got 4 coats on this, and it's took best part of 10 days for it to soak in. It's a sealer, the water literally sits on top of it like it does down here, and it's designed to keep the dust down because I don't know what to do with the floor. If I paint it, it's just going to tear up. If I get resin down, we're in the same situation now where I'm paying for someone else's floor to benefit the landlord more than it does myself. And the fact that I don't mind the concrete, it's all right. The paint wise, what we put on it, the sealer, yeah, it was £630. However, everything just sits on top of it. How long it lasts, I'll let you know in about 12 months. Or 6 months if I redo it. Quick, they're coming round. This is my corner, which in the next month we'll sort out. We just had to get everything up and running at the moment. Obviously we've got quite a few workstations that I can't use, but we desperately need racking. So what we'll do is we're going to do 2 walls of racking as high as they'll go, and the other side we'll have the workstations there, the strut top towers, compressor, all those oil drainers, transmission jacks, engine mounts, all that side. And we'll have this as a working space and potentially break a car every now and then in here because I go through parts like crazy. But yeah, please don't judge if you come in. This is only temporary. But if it's like this in September, blame Lauren. I've talked about double car stackers, but since then, I think I mentioned the price previously, we're about 20 grand in for those, which is absolutely bloody nuts. So why don't we just put 2 poster ramp, 2 poster ramp, 2 poster ramp, and they all can be work bays because we have got space outside, and I could cover most of that over in all honesty. However, we are in the centre of Leeds now, so we're going to need the space. We've got plenty of people trying to book in. We've not yet started advertising. This video is pretty much the advertisement, get your car booked in. We do R53s, we do BMWs, we do R56s, we'll service any make and model of car, we'll do most BMWs, and we can get you sorted for your MOTs, aircon gas because summer's coming up quick, 4-wheel alignment, 2-wheel alignment, and many other things. We can do tyres, we can do the lot. We'll do a lot of things in here. And you never know, we might even get a rolling road at some point. But car stackers, 2 post ramps, workstations, yes. Quick update on stock. The GP1 is on its way up to Scotland on Wednesday, so that's gone off the back of our video on YouTube, believe it or not. It blows my mind that people actually want to watch me. Which will leave a gap for that E46 M3 and probably a few more cars and toys coming in. But yeah, welcome to Challenge Cars. Give us a like, please subscribe. I can't believe 106 of you have subscribed at the minute. It absolutely blows my mind every time I say it. Hopefully you can come along for the journey and see what stock we get in, and hopefully we sort the lights out. Does this one work? No? At least this one works. Does it work? Absolutely. No? Wow, crushing. Obviously the strip lights are not good enough. The yard is now clear. Lauren spent a lot of time jet washing this out. There's a few bits more to do. The trees at the top still need doing because they have caked all our stock in pollen and we need to re-clean everything. However, come hither. So, we're back at Unit 9. Since we last spoke, or about 30 seconds ago, you'll have seen me talk about getting the CCTV cameras up, which we have. There's one here, there's a few down there, there's a couple in the corner, a couple in the workshop, but we haven't got the floodlighting as yet. But the interior is pretty much done. The lads next door fenced this off with the cladding of the building and it actually looks all right. Bit of wheel storage, as People need to buy my wheels, they're all up for sale. Right, so if you have made it this far, thank you very much. Give us a like, subscribe. We have also just changed our phone number, which will come up in the description down here because I can't remember it off the top of my head yet. Give us a like on Facebook, subscribe to the video on YouTube, and just please keep on watching. And because it's cold now, I'm going home. See ya.